Hey everyone, this is Naurin and welcome back to a new session of English with me. Do you feel like you are stuck in English? You don't find any progress in yourself? You are the same from the past 1 month or 2 months? Why isn't your English improving? It might be because you are doing these mistakes. If you feel really low and you are thinking, why isn't there any improvement in my English? You should check if you are doing these mistakes in English. So let's look at some common mistakes that we do when we are practicing English. The first one is low motivation. Aren't you motivated enough to speak or to learn English? Still, you lack that confidence? Why is it so? Why do you still hesitate to speak in English? Are you afraid of your mistakes? Or are you afraid what the other person might think about you? Or you don't feel like learning English? You think that is not for you? See, English is a language. Everyone can learn English if they try. Even I was not a good English speaker at the beginning. But now I am confident enough to speak in front of an audience. How did I get that confidence? How did I improve my English? It is because of that motivation I had. You cannot do it overnight. You need time. And also you need that motivation. You need to change your mindset. Don't think about other people. Don't think that you are taking a long time to learn English. It is you. Each person is different. He might learn it more easier than you. But if you try, you can speak better English than him. So trying is the key. If you really want something, whatever obstacles or problems comes in between, you will overcome all of it and you can do it. So don't sit idle without learning English, telling that I don't have any motivation. I think I cannot do it. My friend speaks better English and I cannot understand English. Don't say all those excuses. Those are just excuses. When do we say excuses? When we are lazy or when we feel like, okay, I'm not doing it today. At that time, we say excuses. So don't do that. Don't use any excuse to stop learning English. You know what you should do? You should start daydreaming. Start dreaming of yourself speaking very good English. You are at a business meeting and you are talking in a very advanced English. Imagine yourself to be a pro English speaker in no time. Read some codes or any books that can give you motivation. Ask your enemies to give some motivation. You know how enemies can give you motivation? Go and tell them that, I'm learning English and I think I'll be able to speak English in a few days. They will demotivate you. They will tell you I don't think you can speak English. You are zero at English. They will demotivate you. But then you will get that urge. You will get that power to show them that you can speak English. You wanted to show them that I will do it. So motivation from a friend and a demotivation from an enemy both can do good. So start learning English. Don't just feel bad about yourself. You can do it. Anyone can do it. Now, the second mistake you are doing is wrong pronunciation. In my earlier videos, I have told you that you have to listen, you have to read, you have to find new words, you have to learn new words daily. When you find a word in English, learn about that word. Look for its meaning, make a sentence out of it, everything. I have repeated it a lot of time in my earlier videos. But also look for its pronunciation. If you find a new word and you are just pronouncing it like the way you want, you are not improving because you are making a mistake there. You are not looking everything of that word. When you get a word, study that word in 360 angle. Study everything about that word. Be it the pronunciation, be it the grammar, where to use it, can we use it in questions, or is it a noun, is it a verb? Learn everything about that word. What is its past tense, what is its present tense, future tense, everything. Then only you can improve your English. So pronunciation is must. Always you look for the correct pronunciation of every word that you come across. Sometimes your situations may not allow you to look for the pronunciation then and there, but mark that word, jot it down somewhere, and then look for its pronunciation and other details. When you're free, learn about that word. If you're careless about the pronunciation, like I say, the word P-A-R-E-N-T-S, parents. It's not parent, it's parent. And when did I realize my mistake? We had speaking skill in exam, and when we were given a topic like parents, I pronounced it like parents. And since the topic was parents, I have to repeat a lot of time the word parent. I told the word parent a lot of time, and I lost my marks. Yeah, that ma'am cut off my marks. And just after my exam, she corrected me. She told me it's parents and not parents. And then and there, I started changing myself. I started looking for words. I started looking for pronunciation, because till then, to me, pronunciation was not a big deal. I thought I know all the pronunciation and what I am pronouncing is right. But I was actually wrong. I didn't know the pronunciation of a lot of words. I am pronouncing it differently. So then I started changing myself. I started noticing the pronunciations of words. So don't wait to lose your marks in an exam to change your pronunciations. Start from the beginning. Start today, start now. And start looking for pronunciations and start pronouncing words properly. Now the third mistake is inappropriate study methods. We are learning a new language. English is new to you. So you should follow some methods to learn English effectively. Each one of you won't be following the same method. It will be different for each person. Choose the best that suits you. Find the best way to learn English. Don't just copy the other person. You have to develop a method for you. Compare you today with the you in the past. Do you see any difference? Do you see any advancement? Do you see any improvement? If not, it's time to change your study method. You are doing a mistake there. You have to try some other methods to learn English. If you are doing this mistake, change it now and find a new study methods that suits you the best. The fourth mistake is memorization. You know what? I memorized 10 words yesterday in English. Ask its meaning. I can tell you in 1 minute. No, that's not the way you have to learn English. You have to apply English in your everyday life. Just by mugging up some words and its meaning, you are not going to develop your English. Yeah, it's well and good. You need to learn new words daily, but you have to apply it into your life. Like, think about a word. Let's take a simple word, messy. M-E-S-S-Y, messy. It means not clean. I read this word in a book and I don't know what this word is, messy. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I took the internet and I looked for its meaning. It means not clean. Messy means it's littered and not clean. And what I thought is, I have to learn that word and I'm learning it by heart. Messy, not clean. Messy, not clean. Messy, not clean. Okay, I have learned that word. Messy means not clean. Okay, Now I have that word in my head. Messy, not clean. But is it possible for me to apply that word in my day-to-day talks? Like, this room is all messy. I cannot suddenly say that. I'll probably say, this room is not clean. I have memorized it, but I have not understood that word. Instead of understanding the word, I relied heavily on memorizing that word. So stop doing that mistake and start understanding words, learning that word and applying it into sentences. Instead of memorizing it, understand what it means. Take an example from your surrounding. Like, my dryer is all messy. My dryer is so messy, I think I cannot clean it today. I don't have enough time. See, take some examples from your daily situation so you will have it stored in your mind very strongly. Now, the fifth mistake is translations. You know, we have talked about translations earlier. In earlier videos, I have told that it's a big mistake you're making. I saw a green car when I went for work today morning. So how will I think it in my head? If you're doing this mistake, then you probably will be thinking about that green car you saw today morning in your native language. You will be thinking about it in your native language, and when you want to talk about it, you will be translating each word in your head. You know, that creates a lot of mess with your sentence. That is one of the biggest mistakes you're making. You know why? Because when you translate something from your native language into English, it will not have a proper grammar, or framed sentence will not be proper. There will be a lot of mistake because your native language and English are not the same. They are not structured the same way. So don't translate anything into English. Think in English. Stop translating things in your brain and start thinking in English. Start practicing yourself to think in English. When you see a book lying on the floor, that is a book on the floor. Say like that. Train yourself to say it that way in English. Talk about anything in English. Think about anything in English. Whatever you're thinking, do it in English. That way you're training your brain. And when you're speaking, you can fluently speak English because you have everything thought in your brain in English. And since you have already trained your brain is ready to talk in English. So don't translate and start thinking in English. Now, the last one is not being consistent. You have to be really consistent to learn English. If you lack practice, you cannot speak English fluently. Like I told earlier, you don't have to spend hours and hours learning English. Just 10 to 20 minutes of your day is enough to learn English. I know many of you have different things to do other than learning English. But I'm just asking for your 20 minutes of a day. Just learn English daily for 20 minutes at least. That can help you improve your English. Just 20 minutes is enough. If you have time, it's well and good. But if you are busy, don't stress yourself. Just spend a little time to learn English. But be consistent. Learn English daily. Do not skip a single day. Do it daily. If you have a party today night, learn English in the morning. That way, adjust your time and learn English daily. If you don't have enough practice, you cannot speak English fluently, or it may take a lot of time. You will have to wait for months and months to speak English fluently. But if you're practicing English properly, avoiding these mistakes, you can speak better English. You can improve your English and start speaking English fluently. Now, don't worry about the mistakes you did earlier. Let this be a fresh start. From today onwards, don't do these mistakes. Avoid these mistakes and start learning English. So this is all for today, guys. I hope this video was helpful. I'll be back with a new video soon. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Bye.